Alright guys, how are we? D-Mac checking in. So, it has been a while since I have recorded for YouTube. I've been a little bit lazy this week, and I won't lie, I've been feeling pretty smashed. That last video you would have seen, the big brutal leg day, left me pretty written off. Now I think in the lead up to that day, I was already starting to catch a little bit of CNS fatigue as my resting heart rate was kind of starting to elevate a little bit. I had a couple of readings over 72 or whatever, but then after that leg day, boom, it absolutely smashed me out. I put a little picture here of my readings from my Oura Ring for like the last week. Now, thankfully, I have been much improved the last 2 nights. Body temperature has come down, resting heart rate has come down, and I'm feeling a little bit better. But have just been running D-volume for the week this week. So I had planned on recording one of my sessions, but it was pretty just boring this week in terms of what I was actually doing, just getting in and out of the gym, 7 sets, D-volume, etc. So didn't really have the motivation to actually bring the camera in and record. Tried to record then like the last 2 days and I just couldn't. I was a little bit fried, but it's week number 1, guys. It is January the 7th today. I meant to post a YouTube video today and I don't want to get through the first week of the year and have failed on my January goal. So here we are. I'm recording this clip, I'm editing it today as well, and I'm going to post it, and I'm just going to get it out there, just so that we actually have something to do, right? So I was actually shooting with Cooper for Explosive Fibers there yesterday, and the Explosive Fibers bits are sick at the moment. Some of the new line out now, some of the kind of like cinder kind of pieces, and then they also have a nice new Victory top, and then just this kind of more of a like a waffly kind of like piece. I think that's what they call it. It's like waffle. It's like a thicker material, and it's kind of like patterned and stuff like that. But still a nice fit nonetheless. And you just can't go wrong with like the Explosive Fibers baggies, to be honest, guys. So if you do want to pick up some Explosive Fiber bits, I will drop the link down below in the bio. I'm not actually sponsored by them or affiliated with them, but potentially very, very soon I may be. So we'll see. Is that in store for 2024? Cooper has been dropping a couple of hints at me and let me know there might be some things coming. So hopefully that does follow through. As to be honest, I get fucking DMs on Instagram all the time being like, do you have a discount code, bro? What size are these pants, etc, etc. And of course, I don't mind answering them, but I should be fucking affiliated at this stage in some way, shape or form. So that was fun. We're also in for pull today. So again, we're just going to run D-volume, okay? And to be honest, I'll probably rest tomorrow as normal, and then I think I will do legs D-volume on Tuesday, because that's going to be the leg day. Obviously, that ripped me off in the first place, the SLDL and the Arsenal leg press day. So I think if I just run a D-volume on that and then go back to full volume after that, that would be like 1 full rotation at D-volume, which would be a fairly lengthy D-volume period. Probably the longest one I would have taken probably since before I started prep, or just at the start of prep when I was pretty fatigued. So, I got a really good run of training in up until this point before I've had to take this step back. I'm confident if I, do just fully see this kind of D-volume period out and take the rest that I need, that I will be bouncing back pretty well, right? So I have done my check-in for this week. I'll pop some pictures up here on the screen, so I'll just pop over to the side a little bit so I give myself more space. So body weight has actually dropped a little bit this morning. Now, obviously last week it was Christmas week. We had a couple of off-plan meals there with like Christmas dinner, Christmas sandwiches, etc. So the body weight kind of jumped up and it kind of held across the week. I was 107.5 across the week, and that would have been my weight kind of pretty consistently from the 28th to the 31st. Monday of this week then, I was 107.2, so the weight did kind of drop down a little bit, and I thought, okay, I'll probably like settle here. Now, I dropped to 106.8 on the 2nd, on Tuesday. I think that was literally just, I dropped a pound of sweat that night because I was so fucked up. That was the night my resting heart rate was like 82 beats per minute, and my body temperature was like plus 1.3 degrees. So yeah, I think that was a dehydration issue more than anything. Then weight was pretty stable. So from Wednesday to Saturday, 107.4, 107.7, 107.4, 107 on the dot. And this morning I was actually 106.5. Okay, so I've actually seen a good bit of a drop, and to be honest, I think that's kind of like in line with me starting to feel a little bit better. I think a bit of like inflammation and fatigue has actually dropped off. My output was a little bit higher yesterday as well. I did 8.2k steps, whereas the majority of the week I was doing like 4 or 5k, just kind of letting myself recover. So, you know, my body weight's actually down half a kilo from where it was last week, but I'm much happier with the pictures. I think I am visually a tad leaner this week. I think I was looking a touch watery last week just due to, you know, the Christmas period and festivities. And I'm actually glad that like I just held this week, because the previous week I was 105.7 on average. So to jump from 105.7 up to 107.6 was quite a large jump. But now where I'm at 107.1 on average, you know, if you kind of average out the difference over the last 2 weeks, that's 1.4 kilos. So that is 2 pounds or just under 2 pounds over the course of that 2 weeks on average, which I think is more of a sensible rate of gain, right? So from here, guys, we actually have, let me just double check here now. We have 14 weeks left in this push-up, okay? So we are going to be taking another cycle adjustment next week. I might hold back just for now on what that is, but it is going to be pretty juicy. And then, you know, 4 weeks after that, we're going to let that sit, see how my body tolerates that dose, and then from there we're going to make one more cycle progression, and that is going to be the last progression we're going to take, and we're going to see that cycle is going to see us out for the last 10 weeks of the off season, right? So we still have so much runway to make progress, guys. Like, this is by far the biggest I've been, and certainly at this like level of leanness as well. You know, like, I'm not too far off my all-time highest body weight. You know, I gained another 3 kilos now, and if I can maintain even any semblance of this leanness, I'm going to blow my pre-prep physique out of the water. So I'm really confident that I'll probably get to 113 kg by the end of this push, like in much better condition than the 110 like all-time highest body weight that I've seen in past, right? And for that to happen in my first push-up off the back of prep, I think is going to be very promising for how this off-season is actually going to shape up, right? And obviously being sick during the week this week as well, one thing I really fucking noticed was my appetite. My appetite just completely dropped off. Like, I mean, like, just after Christmas, obviously I had some digestive issues because of the different foods and stuff. So while those digestive issues were clearing up, the appetite never fully came back as a result. And then getting sick on literally the first fucking day of the year, it was like New Year's Day, that I just completely fucking wrote myself off. Since then, right, from Monday to Friday, my appetite was like in the bin. So much so that I actually had to like change my meal plan. I had to substitute out one of my like meat and rice meals for literally like cereal and whey, for like Rice Krispies and whey and a banana. Like, just like, you know, plain, easy to consume, easy to digest meal, because my appetite was just fucked. Now, that did help a lot, and I think I will actually just leave that meal in as we move forward. As I don't know if Kuba's going to bump my food up this week or not. He'll probably leave things sit for another couple of days, but, you know, we'll see. But thankfully, over the last 2 days, my appetite has come back. Like, I was actually in bed last night and I was like, oh, I actually kind of feel hungry. And I woke up this morning, had my coffee, and 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, I'm hungry now for my first meal. So, you know, the last 2 days have definitely seen a positive shift in the right direction, because I was pretty worried for a while. I was not going to lie, you know, off the back of Christmas, and, you know, after kind of getting sick, I knew in the back of my head it was because I was sick in a way that my appetite dropped off that much. But then I was like worried. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, my appetite is fucked all of a sudden. I was like, I still have, like, I'm only halfway through this push up here, like not even halfway. I was like, I still have 14 weeks left here. Like, I need to push my body weight up by another fucking stone. I was like, if my appetite is fucked already, like how am I going to manage this? Now, it wasn't like fucked, but it was uncomfortable at a point there during the week. But thankfully that seems to have leveled off a little bit now again. So hopefully that's a good sign. And I know historically, like, based off how my appetite trends in the past, like when I do a D-volume, my appetite tends to go down a little bit anyway. And then when I get back to full volume training, boom, it's like the second I'm just like lifting those heavier loads again, obviously my body's demand for those calories goes way up from a recovery perspective. And that generally tends to really get things moving with my appetite as well. I think key this week too has just been like not having an off-plan meal, to be honest, off the back of Christmas. I think a couple of days after I met Mark and we went and we got Five Guys, but you know, after that, I was like, right, I need to just not eat any off-plan meals or any fatty foods for at least a fucking 2-week period, if not 3 weeks here, just to like, just really, really lock in, and just let my body and my digestion, most importantly, just sit and settle, so that I'm giving myself that runway to push on. So that is the update, guys, for this week, where we're at. If anyone is interested, you know, if there's anything people would like to specifically see, please do drop it down below in the comment section here, because, you know, I kind of make videos based off what I want to make, and I also make videos based off what I want to see in other people's journeys. You know, there's a lot of bodybuilders I follow, and I'm always thinking, why don't they talk about this, or why don't they show that, or whatever. So with my content, that's always what I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make videos that I want to watch myself. And it's not that I like sit here in my room and I watch my own videos back being like, oh, this is a fucking sick video. It's more so like, I'm trying to think like, what would I want to know as a bodybuilder about somebody else's journey? And I just try and make content based off that. But if anyone has any sort of, you know, suggestions, not even suggestions, but if anyone wants to see or understand a little bit more into like what I'm actually doing, whether it be from a training perspective, what I do with my diet, you know, how I manage certain things. I know I've spoken about appetite there a lot, and how I've kind of like gone about, you know, dealing with that drop in appetite this week in terms of changing up my meal plan and, you know, cutting out off-plan meals for a while, and etc., you know. So a lot of this stuff that I do, I kind of just do on autopilot, because I've figured it out myself over the years, you know, what kind of works best for me. Oh, my appetite has gone because of this, let me make this adjustment. You know, I just do those things on the fly now, because I've learned from previous lessons. But I realize that like not everyone might know how to do that, or, you know, someone might listen to this video and go, I never thought of that. Maybe I will try that the next time I run into this, you know, plateau, or when I run into this kind of stumbling block. So I feel like I kind of forget to share a lot of the things that I know, or a lot of the things that I have learned through my own experiences down through the years. And again, these are things that like I like watching, or maybe I'd have picked up in other bodybuilders that I look up to as, you know, YouTubes and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, I'm sorry it was just like super quick, super thrown together, just me sitting down to the camera. But look, consistency is the most important thing. If you like this video, make sure to drop this video a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're new here as well. My other videos are a lot better than this, I promise. And we will catch you in the next video.